glad you're here. I'm Lina and I'm coming to you from Helsinki, Finland, which is where I live and knit. This is episode 36 and today is May 11th. A quick reminder here, the first thing, today is the last day you can get the bundle deal that I have for my patterns for all the road mitts, Get Cozy socks, and the latest Arbor shawlette. So head on over to my designer page on Ravelry to find out more. Click on any of the patterns that I mentioned. So yeah, the offer ends today at midnight, Eastern Europe summertime. And yeah, I realized that I've been neglecting my older webs since the last episode, and the only one that's seen any progress, which means that I don't have any finished objects except for my design work, but I'll show that at the end. So the only web that you've seen previously that I've worked on is my monkey socks. I'm on the second sock. And this is the first one, and I really like it. And the yarn is my one and only skein of chunk yarn, and it's the smooth sock base, which is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. Sorry, I folded it in a strange place. And the colorway name is Taylor, after Taylor Swift. So chunk yarn names all their colorways after women, since their tagline is color inspired by women. So you have everything from real women, historical, modern day stars, and also characters from comics and movies, and just gorgeous yarn. But like I've mentioned before, with all the shipping and custom taxes, custom charges, I think, yeah, from the US, it just makes all the yarn from there horribly expensive. Right, so the first sock is finished, and I think the pattern and the colorway work really well together, sort of bringing out the best in both of them. And like I said, the first one is finished except the ends, and I've started the second one. I've done one pattern repeat so far. Really enjoying this. This is such a fun and relaxing pattern. So this is the monkey socks by Cookie A, and I'm doing the no purl version. You can get this pattern as a Ravelry, paid for pattern on Ravelry, free pattern on Knitty, and in her book collection, one of her books. Right. And then I have two new webs that I've been working on. I've done a lot of design knitting, and most of it is, well, I'll show the two things that I've knit, but most of it is something that I still have to keep quiet about. But yeah, so I've been really craving something relaxing to knit in the evenings, and this has been it. It doesn't look like much yet. It's just garter. And this is the Asana shawl by Helen Stewart. It's from last year's shawl collection. So it has a garter beginning and then quite a white lace border. And I'm knitting this out of tricotery lace merino silk. So this has 800 meters in 100 grams at 866 yards. It's 80% extra fine merino and 20% silk, and the colorway is Gold Breathe No More. And it's a really gorgeous gradient going from this silvery gray through different shades of purple into a deep green or a very dusky dark green. So I'm feverishly knitting and hoping to get to my first color change, but I think there's still a bit to go before I start seeing the shift into the purples. So yeah, that's I finished the side-by-side shawl that I showed last week, and I just felt like I wanted to cast on a new shawl straight away. I just like having a shawl on my needles. Yeah, I'm knitting this on my Chaogu lace needles, red lace, and they are US 4 3.5 millimeters, and I have the 100 centimeter cable, which I think will be plenty enough. I keep it in my Baron Walla project bag. And the other one that I started is in my Seaworthy Knots. I think that's what, yeah, Seaworthy Knots, sorry. Project bag, my recent gift to myself. I follow her on Instagram, and I just think these are really beautiful and well made. They are all made from recycled materials. So it has a denim bottom, making it quite sturdy. And then it doesn't have any interfacing, but it's lined. And it's a drawstring pouch. I think this was the medium size. So what I have in here is a beginnings of a summer sweater, or a top short sleeve sweater. It's called Walk Along, and it's by Anka Streak. And I'm again knitting this in tricotery gradient. I don't have the ball band, but this is what the cake looks like. This is 175 gram cake, so I have about 700 meters of fingering weight yarn in here. This is in the sock silk base, which is 50% silk and 50% merino. And I bought this spring with the intention of knitting something for it for summer, and I just decided that even though the weather is not very summery, although we did have a gorgeous weekend, it's time to start knitting those summer garments that I'm planning. So oh yeah, and this is called Visions of You. So it's different types of purples, some I'd like to say the sea green, very pale sea green. I'll see what it looks like in, I believe, quite shortly. And then some rust brown or red. Really gorgeous. This is sweater knit top down. Why can't I talk today? This is how far I've knit. I'm doing the raglan increases at the moment. And I'm knitting this on 3 millimeter addies. It's getting quite crowded on the needles. This is, I think this is the 60 centimeters in length. And 3 millimeter is, I believe, US 3.25. No, 3.5 needles. And it has sort of this double cuff details, so you cast on a contrasting color, and for me it's this natural white Fiddle Knits polka. I think the colorway is Pearl. So I'm using it, there's a tiny bit of it on the neck and at where the sleeves ends and in the hem. So this leftover bit is going to be enough for that. And so I'm feverishly knitting on this one as well, trying to get to the next color change, which I believe won't be that far away. So a lot of gradients and starting to get a bit summery. I'm going to be casting on for Hohi's Starting Point Mystery Knit Along, and I believe it starts tomorrow, May 12th. And you need 5 colors with that. It's going to be a huge fingering weight wrap or a blanket type shawl. These are the colors that I'm thinking of using for it. This is not a full skein. This is the Life in the Long Grass pink that I've been using on several projects before. But I believe one of the colors was less than a full skein. This one is Araucania, I don't know how to pronounce that, Ranco Solid. I don't know the colorway. I got this in a swap in one of the knitting groups here in Helsinki. It's a really pretty semi-solid purple. Then I have Hedgehog Fibers sock yarn in teacup colorway. Really adored that. And then I have Old Maiden Aunts. My hair is everywhere. Old Maiden Aunts 100% superwash merino 4-ply in the Drape colorway. A pale bluish gray. And then Fiddle Knits Fibers polka in the Amethyst colorway. It's a deep, solid, well, hand-dyed solid purple. So I think these are, I haven't decided on the order of the colors yet, but this will be mine. I'm probably not going to be keeping up with that, as all of these 4.5 skeins of fingering weight yarn would be knit in a month. I believe, well, a bit over a month. I believe there are 4 or 5 clues, and they come one clue comes out every week, so 5 weeks and you have all the clues. So probably not going to be able to keep up with that, as I don't think I will want to be monogamous with that. I have my summer projects that I want to be knitting on, and I really want to finish the Morganite cardigan. And I also want to finish one of the socks that I have on the needles at the moment. So I really want to knit shorty socks. Last spring and summer everyone was doing the Rose City rollers, Rose City rollers, and I think I want to do those this year. So, and then I also have, sorry about the crinkling, I also have a pile of linen that I purchased last summer, and these were in nice balls, but I unwound them and washed them and then rewound them into, well, balls. Some are still in the sort of hangs that I made, because I wanted it to be as soft as possible when I was knitting. But I'm just not really, I love linen, absolutely adore it. I'm just not comfortable knitting with it. It feels really difficult. But I'm going to try again this summer. The linen is this BC Garns Lino 100% linen. And this is, I think, about sport weight. And it has, I have 5 skeins, so I have 250 grams, 5, I can't count, 5 times 150, 750 meters of fingering / sport weight linen. I have no idea what to do with this. I would really like it to be a top or a shawl. What else could it be? I don't know. I would prefer to knit a top. This is what I envisioned when I bought it. But I couldn't find a needle with I could get a fabric that wouldn't be too loose. Now I don't know how much linen changes when you block it. I guess it at least evens out and doesn't appear that crinkly. If you know of any good patterns for linen yarn, please let me know. You can comment below or in the Ravelry group, or send me a private message on Ravelry or Instagram, and I would really appreciate it. Also, any tips on how to knit with linen. Like I said, I've already washed it and balled it up, so it's been handled. But should I try to go down needle sizes, or should I go up, making it be more loose? I don't know. I don't know what to do, and I really want to knit that. So yeah, please help me. The last thing today is I could show you the hat pattern that I designed, and this is what it looks like. It's a fingering weight, lacy, airy hat, and it's very slouchy. I have a ponytail today, so not sure how well it'll look with that, but it's very slouchy. And yeah, I'm going to be publishing this during the summer months. In most parts of the world, and hopefully here in Finland, you will not knit a hat during the summer, but just like as a summer knitting project, since it's just one skein less, and so it's very portable, and you won't be weighted in wool when knitting it, so it won't heat you more, overheat you. And with this one, you can try some simple lace. And I really like seed stitch. It just sort of feels really airy, pretty. And I also like how the crown turned up. So I sort of continued some of the pearl columns up there. A bit difficult to show. We'll be doing a photo shoot for this weekend, and next week, so the week starting, let's just check, the 15th of May, I'll be opening a test knit thread in my Ravelry group. So since this is really slouchy, I figured someone might not have as big of a head and as much hair as I do, so they might need or prefer something with a smaller circumference. So I knit another sample of it, and side-by-side comparison. This is a bit on how much smaller the other one is. That's not quite fair. This. And I knit both with glitter bases by Finnish hand dyers. I don't know if you can see the glitter in this one. This is Ikke Yarn's glitter sock in a retreat special colorway. I went to, if you've been following or if you've been watching the podcast for a while, you know that I went to my very first knitting retreat in December, and it was hosted by Ikke Yarns, and this is the retreat special colorway that she dyed up. There you can see a bit of the glitter. This base has 75% merino, 20% nylon, and 5% stellina. And this other one is a lot more shiny. It has a lot more glitter. And this is Lanidium X Machina's glitter sock in the Blue Dasher colorway. Now, of course, and this one is 70% wool, 25% nylon, and 5% stellina. So the same amount of stellina. Of course, on a more vibrant, darker base, the glitter shows up more than in the paler and more subdued shade. But there is still difference so not all glitter is the same. This one definitely has sort of thicker or larger specks of glitter, and here is very subtle hints. The camera doesn't really pick up the glitter and the paler. There you can see just hints, but this one shows up really well. So yeah, as testnet signups next week. Pattern will be out in June. More about summer plans that I have. I am going to be hosting a lace along, a knit along for the months of June and July. Any lace projects will be welcome. That's all I know. So far I'm working on the details. I really want to have some prizes, and I'm thinking of having prizes for chatter and then FOs, because I really want to make this knit along be about or encourage people to actually knit along with each other. So participate in chatting and sharing with pictures and yarn choices and pattern choices. So if you have any suggestions for the knit along, if you happen to have something you'd like to donate as a prize, or think something would be a good prize for either the chatter or finished object prize, send me a message. So yeah, I really hope that you will come and join me on that. There will be another podcast before the cal starts, and I will have all the details then, and all the threads in Ravelry will be hopefully up by then. That's my plan. So yeah, that is everything this week. Quickly, where you can find me, I'm Lina Knits on Instagram and LinaFin on Ravelry, and there is a Ravelry group for the podcast and for my patterns, and it's called Lina Knits, and you can find it by searching on the group tabs on Ravelry. I also have a website, linaknits.com, and you can find everything to do with my online presence there, and you can also sign up for my newsletter. And newsletter subscribers will be the first ones to know when new patterns are out, and also get special discount codes. So thank you for watching. Let's stay in touch and see you all in 2 weeks. Bye.